Is indeed an interesting game. My understanding is it was an attempt by the developers to make a AAA title for iOS, like a AAA Android game, and it's a stealth game. A lot of inspiration from, you know, dystopian novels like Brave New World and especially 1984. Also features David Hayter in an interesting role, very different from Solid Snake. I think we were approaching the end of episode 2 last time. Thanks, I think it was a typo in the exclamation point. Appreciate it.
Reporting.
Control style in this game is actually pretty cool too. You don't actually control the main character, you control cameras, and you can point her to where you want her to go. So let's go to the headmaster's office if it lets us here. Although, I actually don't have direction. I'm going to get down to the first floor. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Let's see what we can do. It's still Solid Snake. We're like in this weird, it's either a building or an island or an entire country. I'm still not entirely clear about what's going on outside of where we are right now, but there's this evil headmaster guy who's trying to create this republic. He's trying to ban all this information, burn books, that sort of thing. Oh, I never got this. That's good. Okay, looks like that cost energy. I probably shouldn't have done that. Hoping that would be just information, but I think it's distracting the guard. Everything looks good. Let's see if I can find a safe room here, if there's any nearby. There might not be. Alright, well I gotta be careful. Limited battery. Anywhere I can go down the stairs, though? Way down this way, it looks like. Oh, it looks like there's a path down the stairs back the way I came. Or in the museum behind me. Hold on. Let me switch cameras. I can see nearby floors. Let's try here. How's Scriven Retro? Cooper.
There's music coming from behind the first floor bookcase. Derringer accused the librarian of having a secret room. Could it be behind the bookcase?
That's a good question. Why don't we go try? Oh god, there's a Prizrak dude right there. I didn't even notice him. I don't have any battery to like watch his patrol route or anything. Go quietly. Okay, so he's coming back this way. I'll give my chance to check what's in that box. Fortunately, he's apparently pretty blind, so...
Found a screwdriver.
Screwdriver, nice. Screwdrivers are hard to come by. They let you open vents. Oh, if he's gonna leave the room, that's fantastic. Oh no, prop. I'm a princess when it comes to earphones. Like, I can't do earbuds. I have to do these over-the-ear headphones. They make my inner ear hurt really bad if I use the ones that actually go in your ear. Making sure there's not a safe room in here. Okay, it doesn't look like it. You said first floor bookcase, right? Be down here somewhere. I was gonna look around first. That's progress down in that room. Of cramping your ears. Fair enough, yeah. That's the way out. I'm just gonna see if there's anything else. Let's see this mythical bookcase it was talking about. No battery. Is there a safe room down here, though? No, it doesn't appear like it. So we still have to go down another floor, don't we? Find hope. Oh, that's why the map was giving me so much trouble. I was trying to figure out, like, why can't I go to any of these places, and it's because I didn't finish walking all the way down the stairs. So I think this is generally the direction we want to go in. Does it look like the AirPods or whatever are having any effect on the industry? Or is it pretty much just Apple that's selling $80 losable wireless headphones? And we got all the loot that was in here. Recharged our battery, which is very exciting. I think we bought all the upgrades from this guy. Turn in some stuff.
What would you like?
Yeah, we have all the upgrades, so maybe more of those get unlocked in later levels. You value privacy in those situations, Retro? These are nice. Let me go get my battery back then, since it's right next to some battery. Notice her identification code is 390H, which is hope in Speak backwards. There's another character in this game whose code name is like that. I forget who it was. Oh shit, there's a guy coming in here, isn't there? Well, maybe... No, he's actually quite close. Okay, well. That does in fact look like where we're supposed to go. Careful going in this room, though. Oh my god, I'm so close to a bunch of dudes.
Make a wish. But don't tell me what it is, or it won't come true.
I wish the headmaster was dead.
Weep, that's who it is.
Don't talk like that.
Zager said that someday the truth will rain down on this place and wash away all of the headmaster's lies.
I've never seen the rain before.
Zager wasn't talking about the rain. He was talking about the truth.
I don't care about the truth. I just want to know what rain feels like.
So that's what makes me think that the compound is very small. Like, it's not like on an island or something. It's just inside this one building. There's a lot of kids here. Oh, you're freaking me out here. Okay, so there's a thing that I can hack in the room to distract the guards. Where are my other tools? Clean record. These are Kickstarter supporters, I believe. Most part. Apparently I've already seen that guy.
Zager's silence deafening.
Zager's like the Emmanuel
notorious terrorist is
Goldstein
quiet,
stand-in
scheming.
character from 1984.
The arrival is
The guy
just
that's
weeks
voiced
away,
by
and public enemy
David
number
Hayter.
1 has gone radio silent. If the headmaster, or overseer, or whatever name he goes by these days, plans to take a bow on the world stage, he can't have a phantom hiding in the wings ready to sabotage his big production. I shouldn't complain. It's going to be one hell of a show.
Be careful because I don't want to hack. Okay, yeah, don't hack it until I know that's what I want to do. Make sure there's nothing else of interest in this room. Probably don't need to know their patrol paths to get through here.
That music is still playing.
Working on it.
Prizrak,
God damn it.
he spotted me.
It's because of the pathing that he spotted me. Alright, we'll tase him.
Get your grubby mitts off me.
Perfect. Worth it. I think the pepper spray only disables them temporarily. That puts them out of commission quite a bit longer. Make sure I'm going the right way though. Oh, I don't think I am. I'm gonna go back up to this area. The guy left, thankfully. Hey D-Rock, how you been? I think it's down here, right? Yeah, Utopia afford more light bulbs.
I'll hold on to this.
Fountainhead.
The girl has found one of the banned books. The overseer has
Probably a
banned
good one
many
to
books
ban.
inside of Metamorphosis. As the poor librarian upstairs once said, it is better to ban a book than to burn it. Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. I wonder
The ones that
if
you
there are more
pepper
books like
spray
this one
set
lying
off an
around.
alarm. Oh nice, congrats dude. That's awesome. I got a new floppy disk too.
Good luck surviving in this meditative space strategy game, which takes basic
Rim
RTS
capsule?
building mechanics
Never heard
and
of that.
wraps it together with a pleasing minimalistic visual design. Oh, and good luck pronouncing its title. If I had access to Wikipedia, I could have saved myself from asking a fellow Prizrak and Swedish native what Rim capsule means. He said it means space capsule. He then reported me immediately to Derringer.
Ah, yes, Ayn Rand, the bulldozer. She dramatized the struggle for individualism against leeches. In reality, she abandoned such notions the minute they interfered with her own desires. They were socialist figments, in any case, librarian, not the true power structures that shape our lives. I'm afraid the fountainhead cannot flow.
Ill Ayn
Stopped
Rand
up
indeed.
with so much hypocrisy.
The issue with this, so I like this idea of there being the banned books and learning more about them, but like the headmaster just hates books apparently. Like there's no pattern to which people he likes and doesn't like. You'd think that he would probably be on board with Ayn Rand, or if not with Ayn Rand, you know, any one of the other authors that he's banned that have completely contrary opinions. If you had to guess, D-Rock, what percentage of your speedruns would you say like you actually play through the whole game and don't have to reset?
An escape plan.
Imagine you reset more and more the better you get at the
A
run.
master key, capable of unlocking any number of doors inside this facility.
That's
But
pretty
that is
cool.
not all. In the garden, there is a gate to the outside world.
That's pretty cool
A
too,
gate to freedom.
given that she's never been
This key, I'm
outside.
told, will unlock that gate.
Yeah, I agree, Propagable.
I'll be taking this.
I think it's basically just he bans any books that are controversial, and then he has some dialogue about it.
But Senior Octavo,
Shh, un momento.
You know, the librarian's dead. Don't really know why he was on the staff.
You
933W leap backwards.
To be tilting at windmills.
But you don't know what the headmaster is capable of.
Sadly, I know all too well. History abounds with men like the Overseer.
He will kill you, recalibrate you.
Were I 30 years younger, things would be different. I would hew to the line that Zager has drawn. But today, I am merely an old academic with failing eyesight.
Less than
I doubt
5%.
I can even see the
Interesting.
line.
I'll come back for you.
When do you usually reset, D-Rock?
Why,
After
933W,
Onet?
I find your compassion
During Onet?
extraordinary.
Recalibration.
I'm not a number anymore.
Rhymes with 3. I'm just that number in text. Cool. Okay. Anything else in this room? Guys upstairs.
This is no mere piece of paper. It is an escape plan. A blueprint for a key. A master key.
Yeah. See if my... There's Cooper.
A
Instructions were
blueprint of
next.
the Overseer's master key.
During
The
manipulation,
librarian
no net.
suggested
Gotcha.
this key is required to escape from the facility. I know of a 3D printer located in archives. With this blueprint, the girl can manufacture a key.
Security shack. Before car painter. Really? What makes that fight so hard? I always thought that was a trivial fight in a normal playthrough. 3 tunnel I can see. The mole cave I can definitely see. Just really bad RNG in that fight or something? Okay. Find out where we're headed to next. 2nd floor, so let's go back to the museum. Or we could go in through the library here. No, that's a much longer walk. Let's go to the museum. You're lower level, I see. And it would be ridiculous to keep trying to manipulate all the way up to Peaceful Rest Valley, I assume. That's not a viable solution.
This spot looks good.
Probably a guy up the stairs here, so I should be careful. There's totally a guy up the stairs. Go! Shit, 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 shit.
Sounds good.
Nothing to hide in down here, so hopefully he doesn't come this way. Okay, looks like he's not. Whew. No kitties, they're snuggling with Andrea. Sorry. Good try though, Propagable. Gentleman's agreement to not go further than Onet. Right, just because it wouldn't be fun for anybody if you did. I'm surprised with the reset rate being so high that there hasn't been a similar agreement, or at least a category for no manipulation. But I imagine it makes the final run quite a bit faster and more interesting. Like, what's the actual time save on the Onet manipulation
No sign of the pre-cal.
versus grinding for a little bit and not doing it? I think that's the door we want to go through. Don't know if there's any guys right outside though. Be careful. Get more kitties. They do still spend quite a bit of time in here. So this is where we want to be. Door on her right, I think. Right here. Archives. Oh, that's right. I think we came here super early last time without having done the librarian side quest. So I think all of the puzzle solving we did here is already done, thankfully. I also don't think there are any enemies in here, if I recall correctly. Oh, I guess we don't want to go downstairs. Interesting. Okay. You do non-manipulation runs in them. Yeah, that makes sense for a race. Otherwise, the race would just be over after the first town. Down this way. Take our first right, I think. Down here. Wow, that's really close. Where would you have made up the 8 minutes in your playthrough, D-Rock? What was slow? Yes. Dude, that cracked me up in Shenmue 2. I'm really glad to be back in the Shenmue universe. It's so insane and delightful. Anything new in Japan? Yes. Alright, well, nice to talk to you. The fuck?
Alright.
Rio.
Now I think we need to configure the blueprint.
Okay, configure the blueprint. This is a 3D printing machine. To print our key for us. Oh, this is a new. I haven't many mini games in this before. Can I move them? Or is this like the Skyward Sword puzzle? Or we just have to get it to face the right direction? Appears to be correct. That's cool. You gotta get the pretty butterfly wings on the side of the key, right? Totally necessary for the master key part to work. Can only rotate it the one way. Time's almost all in the early game. Interesting. I just rotate it all the way around, or do I have to hold it in place for a while? Really? Okay. I'm glad they just give you a solve button eventually if you're taking too long on that. I think that's right, but they want me to do it the other way, maybe? After Mole Cave, fair enough. There must be another button I can press to rotate this differently, because I'm pretty sure that's where it's supposed to go. But last time it required me to move. Maybe I can try using the mouse to rotate it instead of the analog stick. You could also just wait for the little solve button to pop up. There we go. Thank you, based game. There we go. Cool. I'm glad we have the giant decorative butterfly wings in the back of it.
This key's identical to the one the headmaster used in his office.
Good job, team.
Let's go there now.
Glad we already solved this area. What's up, Coops?
The girl has the key. Let's get her to the surface. Head back to the overseer's office.
Sure. It's not too bad of a walk, if I recall correctly. No guards down here, so we can freely run without tipping them off. Is there anything interesting in here? That's where we turned on the power supply to the printer, right? Because we came here early and it was like, what's the point of this area? There's nothing to do. Because I didn't have the thing yet. Switch cameras so I can see the exits. There she goes. And it's still a pretty active running community, right, D-Rock? You thought about getting into any other games? I know you were doing Into the Past for a while. Do Breath of the Wild speedruns. That seems like a really goofy run.
I've got my post secure.
Okay, so there's a Prizrak asshole nearby. Where am I going, though? Third floor? Third floor. If I go directly up from where I am here, where does that take me? It's actually super convenient. I can do that. That's really cool that Earthbound's closing GDQ. That's entering a pretty impressive pedigree of games that have also closed GDQ, right? Like, we've got Undertale now, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, I think, Final Fantasy VII, Super Metroid, obviously. They're just gonna do the Metroid run before the actual closure now. We learned Mother 3. Interesting. Mother 3 depend on perfect execution of the rhythm combat. I'm guessing you have to play it on a Japanese cart with an actual Game Boy Advance, like modded for capture. Since I know the emulator timing is still too poor to be perfect at rhythm combat. Mario RPG must be a cool run. How long is that? Metroid's a really cool run, but it's one that I wouldn't want to get into this late in the game, just because like everybody runs Super Metroid and they're really good at it, and it's been hyper optimized, and you're competing for like seconds and fractions of a second now. I don't think there's going to be any routing revolutions for that game. That's pretty good. Yeah. I forgot how short Mario RPG was until it showed up in my vodcasts.
Derringer and the headmaster went this way to the surface.
Surface, huh? What's up, Coops?
There's an elevator on the other side of the atrium. It's probably the girl's best chance for getting to the surface.
Thanks. Don't see any guards here, which is good. I think that's the elevator they're talking about. Mm-hmm.
An elevator. It must lead to the way out.
I wonder what the hardest part of Mario RPG is. For the speedrun.
So many buttons.
Most likely to end the run.
The ninth floor. The top. The surface.
This might be a chapter ender. I thought we were fairly close to ending a chapter last session.
Are we still in? Can you do something here?
Talking to me. Although I'm not clear, I don't think I'm the same as Cooper.
I've been looking for you.
Cooper's the guy who keeps calling and helping. I might be a separate entity in the cameras that's working with Cooper.
Calm down, or I'll have to tase you.
You got a taser, Hope?
Help! Help!
It was a chapter ender. Nice. David Hayter. I think I could cast for this.
Of metamorphosis.
This was originally released in like 5 episode installments on the iOS
Fail
App
me
Store.
tonight. I cannot rightfully describe the bleak, chasmal longing that echoes through my heart. Our beloved librarian, Senor Luis Octavo, has passed away.
I don't know why they have a librarian when he's all obsessed with banning and burning
Derringer paid
books.
him a visit earlier this evening, hoping to discuss his exciting new role as cultural attaché. Instead, he found the Senor
He's full of
lying
shit.
prone on his office floor, his heart failing.
Propaganda.
Ever valiant, Derringer sprang into action. He tried desperately to save the poor man. Sadly, it was too late. The librarian succumbed to the great unknown, cradled in Derringer's arms. But in a final act of appreciation, his words his
Full of shit, dude. That's awesome.
His last words, as he looked up at Derringer, were, "Thank you."
Been watching the old vodcasts. It's been fun seeing you first coming in during Earthbound and Mother 3.
Senor Octavo and I did not always see eye to eye. Still,
Yeah, it's about
I made it
that.
a point to listen to his thoughtful and honest assessments of our fair République. He was especially critical of our prized surveillance infrastructure. I regret that I wasn't ever able to persuade him of its importance. I learned at an early age to never speak ill of the dead. I must hold my tongue now. But I will say this, for it pains me too greatly to keep it to myself. Had our security been more robust, Luis Octavo would still be alive. A camera is an
That's
asset
crazy.
to our superior way of life. But what use is a camera without a good pair of eyes to monitor the feed? Had someone seen the librarian collapse, they could have reached him in time. I am confident the arrival will help improve security.
Taser is a
and thus assure
product
us
trademark
greater safety going forward. Thank you
of Taser.
for listening.
I suppose they went to the trouble to get the rights to that and didn't just go up a schmazer weapon. Knock people out. Wow, that's close, D-Rock.
Celebrate your life.
I wonder where the difference in time was. Okay, next episode. Episode 3. Most of the later episodes are much shorter. I must either really be bad at République, because I think I'm going to go over the how long to beat estimate. What's up? We'll see. Hey, she's got her cell phone
We
back.
have to
That's
get out
good.
of here.
Maybe she can get in touch with me on just any cell phone she likes. On our way to Terminus, huh? If you use subtitles, I wouldn't have seen that, heard that otherwise. That's Jennifer Hale. French lady.
Marie's going to the surface. The outside world. Let's find a way to get up there.
Watch them, like, keep teasing getting to the surface over and over in this game. And then never have it actually happen. Or not until the final episode.
Cooper here. That was quite a hairbreadth escape.
How'd she escape, though?
I think it's fair to say the girl is on Derringer's radar now.
That's awesome, dude.
To reach the surface, she'll need to use the service elevator. To use the service elevator, she'll need a keycard. I suggest she borrow one from one of the clueless desk jockeys downstairs. Setting a destination marker for the media offices. Good luck.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Sorry, I forgot to adjust my webcam from when Andrea was on stream yesterday. So I can't open this door. I do not have anywhere near Omni level 5. I'm assuming I get one of those per stage so they can reuse some of the earlier levels later on. The book over there I can grab though.
Madame Prideaux. Speaker, listener, warrior, mentor.
Yeah, you were there not that long ago,
You
right,
say you were
Kira?
born in Marseille? That is correct. That's so interesting because I used to take holidays with my family in Cassis. Where in Marseille?
So, I don't give a shit.
In the
Reply.
south part, near the bay. Ah, which bay? I thought this was a puff piece, Miss Sid. I didn't realise asking someone where they're from was a hardball question, Miss Prideaux. Prideaux. Well, you would know, I guess. Let's move on.
Yes, of course she would know. Interesting game. I feel like this game would almost work better if it had like a companion novel or something. Curious if this new episode's gonna introduce any new powers. Is there a guy down there? Looks like it's not in the room I'm in right now.
I used a blue keycard to board that service elevator. If I'm to get to the surface tonight, I'll need to find a keycard like hers.
Blue keycard, Roger. I think the mandatory doors don't cost any battery to open, which is nice. There's more Prizrak guys. I'm sure there's nothing else to interact with in here. Okay. Look. Hey, it's a safe room. Bunch of stuff. I'd say they probably shouldn't charge me any money to unlock stuff in a room that already has a free battery recharger. P0 is pepper spray, I think.
The arc suits are effective in protecting their wearer against taser strikes, but their Achilles heel is their lack of face protection, which makes them vulnerable to pepper spray.
Cool. Seems silly, but fair enough. To escalate things.
What would you like?
Hey, new things to unlock. What does this do? Hang on.
Locations on the map.
That's cute.
Prismax radio communications.
Yeah, I'd rather get this one, I think.
Prismax locations on the map.
That sounds great. I'll try to save up enough money for this last one here.
Come back anytime.
I will watch the data broker also be Cooper. Like, I don't know who else it would be at this point, to be honest. So there's a armored Prizrak right outside this room. Thank you. Reveal Prizrak locations on the map upgrade. I don't think he bothers to come in here though. Can I like get outside this room? Okay. Let's scan him real quick at least. William Payman, no? That doesn't look like that picture. I jump down there maybe? There's still an item down there I could see.
Remember to silence a body scanner before sending the girl through. A simple way to avoid seeing the inside of a confinement cell. Unless that's
Fair
your
enough.
thing.
Okay. Berghammer. Agent Cooper, Louis the Cat. I know that, what's his name? Tycho from Penny Arcade he kickstarted this game, so one of the guards had his picture. Okay, we're getting too far away from Hope, I think. Try to figure out where I'm going before I get too excited here. I think I'm exiting this room and then going down the stairs. But where are the stairs relative to me right now? Go straight out of the room and hang a left. That's the Prizrak guy, so I think I want to go straight out of the room and take a right. Doo-doo. Nothing to see here. To get his patrol route would be nice. Don't look up the staircase.
Check in.
I hope they can't see me here.
Oh cool, I can hide behind the water cooler. That's nice. Don't peek out constantly. Alright, let me see if I can turn these things off. I'm actually sure how that works. Give it a try. Maybe that doesn't last forever, which is why you want to do it closer to the actual body scanner. Let's see. Shit, don't do that.
I hope they can't see me here.
Nothing to report.
Wait. Okay. This should be the one that I just hacked, so I think I should be able to fit through that one.
I'll check his pockets.
Ah, shit. Just worried about that happening. Okay, there's a vent over here that we want. Super wonky sometimes, the pat thing. Like, it's cool to have a mobile-focused stealth game where you click and then the character paths to where you click to, but it better be perfect, right? This game isn't quite perfect. I don't know if I actually got anything from... I may have, like, picked his pocket and taken some pepper spray and then just used it immediately on him there.
It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic.
I don't think you can be seen if you peek out, no. Or she peeks out, technically. Mostly just giving her instructions with the camera.
This must be Terminus. It seems almost alive.
I don't know what this is yet. 1s and 0s. 3 a.m.
This must be what the headmaster's protecting us from. Whatever it is.
So I think this game takes place modern day too. It's not like in the distant future or something. It's this weird, ultra isolated, like dystopian building. It's kind of a society, but there's barely anyone in here. Phone, sorry about that. Level 4 door that I can't open. Keycard door that I can't open. Don't see any guards here though, so that's nice. Yeah, none are showing on the map.
It's locked. I'm stuck.
You're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. I think you looked around, like turned the camera by swiping on the iOS version. Playing it on Steam. The door we want to go in appears to be the case. So much for my master key that opens exactly one door. And gets me caught.
The Morning Bell newspaper. Weep says this is where they print the headmaster's lies.
Online edition.
Sticky card around here.
Be nice. Yeah, this game was originally a mobile game. It was meant to be a AAA title for mobile. That's what they were trying to make.
Bells are sounding, awakening us to a new dawn, a new era. For this reason, we must approach the day with fresh blood, bold thinking, and a return to the unbridled optimism for which we are now famous the world over. Our nation's paper of record, the Evening Standard, served us well in our early years. But lately it cries out for recalibration.
Recalibration. Who likes that word?
We have decided on a new name.
Precal.
And with that new name comes a new face. I think you'll agree there is nothing standard about the woman standing next to me. And so without further ado, please welcome our new editor-in-chief of the Morning Bell, the exquisite Matilda Sade.
Thank you, Headmaster. And please, call me Matty.
Been getting newspaper articles from her throughout the whole game up to this point. What else we got?
No more toothless headlines about board meetings and strategy seminars. Find me something that won't put our readers to sleep.
We don't know what the
Come on,
arrival
get out
means
there.
yet.
A good story doesn't just waltz through the office door and into the headlines. Now, I have a tough obit to write tonight, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to crawl inside a bottle for a few hours.
Presumably talking about the librarian. Only hours remain in preparations for the arrival have taken the form of a marathon meeting inside the Terminus Supercomplex. Whoever's here today praise the hard work and doggedness of the analysts in control. Monitoring keeps us safe. Other countries, so it's applying he is a country, but it's all in this one building, right? So it's like a micro country, maybe. Other countries succumb to a slow and agonizing death. Spent debating the merits of digital surveillance. We thrive on the quick actions of our analytics staff. The watchdogs of metamorphosis peer deeply into the darkness, sniff out danger, and alert their masters of the threats at our doorstep. Not to say there's not an immediate threat. Thankfully, the snake in the grass who bit the heels of our dear precals is dead. Daniel Zager, which is again the Emmanuel Goldstein character, cannot be forgotten. Instead, we must study his venom. I'm actually curious if I'm playing as Zager. I don't really know who the person with the cameras is yet. Don't think it's Cooper, because Cooper addresses you as a separate entity. Okay, another safe room. Let's try going in here. Refill my battery and other fun stuff.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
Sure can.
Certain Prizrak in this area of the facility arm themselves with gas grenades. The effect will knock its target unconscious. Sweet dreams.
Thanks, Cooper. I am a precal. A kid that hasn't been calibrated yet. I don't know why they wait on calibrating. I don't think they've shared that in the story. Calibrating being like brainwashing.
To my domain.
Hey dude, I found this office sign.
Come back anytime.
Oh, I will.
I found some pepper spray.
That's good. Check green shit more often. Coffee machine's out of order. That's a bummer of bummers. There's several Prizrak in this room. That's troublesome. Giovanni Ricciardi, Johnny TV, Big Goomba, Hairy Lip Syndrome. They had them write all this fake medical history and
Sega
stuff.
bomb. terrorists almost certainly planted explosives inside Metamorphosis. That's a bloody good headline. Too bad we'll never use it. If you tell someone there's a monster under their bed, they'll check for it every night before they fall asleep. But if you tell someone there's a bomb in their wall, they'll rip the whole house apart looking for it. We're not in the business of printing the truth. We're in the business of suppressing a national panic attack. Take these printed copies up to the librarian. Let him line the bottom of his bird cage with them.
Interesting. Okay. Mark McDonald, Gaming Jesus, Big Mac. Terrible pet allergies, tax evasion, expired license. So they're all criminals, the Prizrak, which is interesting. And that clearly is a direction from the developers to the Kickstarter backers to include them. JJ Toymaster, hamster allergy, benign, paroxysmal, positional vertical. Boy Isle assault, attempted vagrancy. Oh, attempted vagrancy. Guessing that Hope can't clear little chest-high walls like that. This is definitely the most guards we've had to deal with in a single room up to this point. Can she crawl through there? She probably can. Gray cubicles.
Everything looks good.
Book over here too. So you're either a vagrant or you're not. I find the office of the fact checker to be useless. It's just that we have a superior fact checking resource in these ubiquitous security cameras. Congrats to your superfluous position. Notify me if you'd select that job at the Prizrak. Seems like that's like the flipping burgers job here, being a guard that tracks down the precals. Saw that guy turn around. Another quiet night. The guy just patrols back. Probably don't need to enable his patrol pattern to see that.
What's yours is mine.
Okay, let's see what that new book we just got was.
Bad government fosters juvenile delinquency.
Good book.
And A Clockwork Orange pays tribute to it. Little Alex must learn on his own not to beat his elders with a cane. But good government has no patience for individual moral improvement, particularly now that Alex can hide behind the moniker Anonymous. The last thing we need are children free to cavort without oversight. The République carves up anonymity to sculpt the moral soul.
Okay. Make sure I'm going the right way since this is such a long walk here. Morning bell. Oh, it's the room that I'm in. Right. Okay. I thought I was labeling that one guy there, one guard. I see, and that guy's immune to pepper spray because he has a helmet, so they're enhancing the design space of the game at this point. That's cool. Cool. It's a boardroom. Has some shit in it, apparently.
Apparently, Zager's death video has disappeared. This coming from my source in the Prizrak. More likely, they just didn't care for the ending, so they're doing reshoots. As you know, in this day and age, nothing's
Zager's not dead. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Track down the unedited version. I would love to compare it to Hair Director's cut.
It's a thing I can hack. It's a thing I can open with this screwdriver. I don't think I want to do that just yet, though.
An old Zager cassette.
This looks like an old cassette tape. You may find this difficult to believe, but I am actually old enough to remember when these were popular.
Good for you,
I
Cooper.
remember seeing an old boombox when we ransacked one of Zager's hideouts. However, with the facility's new censorship system coming online, I suspect most of this Zager end will be suppressed. The man enjoyed his salty language, to put it mildly.
That's David Hayter, voice of Solid Snake, and we've got a couple other of those tapes, so we haven't found a Zager hideout where we can play them. Only certain parts of the game where you're allowed to pop them in a boombox and listen to them. Wait for that dude to turn around. I'll go get that screwdriver, and then there's another door we can go in here. It might be that the Zager rooms are only through, what do you call them? See that guy through the wall? Okay. Zager rooms might only be through vents.
The screwdriver.
Oops. This is new. Oh, it's
Have I made a compelling argument for metamorphosis?
You've been most illuminating.
And you've been a delight.
the
Thank
leader
you
of
for
the newspaper.
entertaining this
Interesting.
Nostalgic old fool for an evening, Miss Say.
Please, call me Matty. And the only fool I see is the shaky-handed barman over there who went stingy on my gin. Time for one more.
We've seen this logo
I
elsewhere.
think another time. After this flight, I have 2 more, and then another lengthy voyage beyond that. I trust we'll meet again.
Perchance in metamorphosis.
Good evening.
So that's before she actually joined up,
Wait.
it sounds like.
You forgot this pendant thingy.
You keep it.
Thank you.
Harold, are you sending me secret messages? Dear Miss Sade, let's not pretend the countdown to this day didn't begin the moment we hired you. As a seasoned newsman, I am disgusted to claim you as a colleague. You lack even a modicum of basic journalistic integrity and your investigative methods are grotesque and unethical.
And false.
Blah, 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 blah. I have ignored your poorly researched writing for too long. But your article about Treglazov was a new low, even for you. That you would bend truth so plainly in order to defend a man such as him, and to do so without even the slightest regard for the reputation of this August newspaper is beyond the pale. Consider this letter your formal termination.
That's cool. So that's how she got her job working in an evil Republic Island thing.
Coward! You could have talked to me about this man-to-man! Wanker.
Tilda Sade. No aliases. She is a story character, so we don't have any more information. Anything else of merit in this room?
Rubbish! Every last word of it. This
Oh,
is
writing the...
the arrival. Oh, Senor Octavo. I am so sorry.
She actually liked the librarian? Writing his obituary, it looks like. And doing a bad job of it.
To terms with the fact that I'm at least partially responsible for your death. And now I sit here, adding insult to injury, writing more lies on the wall of your coffin. I'm done. I've ruined enough lives. I refuse to taint their afterlives too.
Interesting. Maybe she'll be an ally. I didn't expect that to be the case after all of the lore pieces we've gotten about her so far.
You've reached Marstead at the morning bell. Please leave a message. Hello?
Your stupid machine is on.
No, I'm stopping it. Hold on. There we go. Mireille, how are you, darling?
You loathsome.
Ah, not well, I guess.
I just spent the last hour getting slapped down by the headmaster because you thought it would be cute to create some pointless controversy around my
Denverelle has a pretty good French accent.
Stupid.
Don't think I've heard her use that in any other game she's in.
Well, if that isn't richer than the royal family. You're the phony, Mireille. You with your bogus name and manufactured accent. I am curious. How exactly did you manage to cultivate such a lovely and exotic French patois growing up in Blacksburg, Virginia? Miss Prideaux? Should I call you
Marstead?
If you want me to drop the issue, then you
Interesting.
better drop the act. Ask me why I haven't shared that with the headmaster. What's the matter, darling? Cat got your tongue?
Well, there's a couple big deal developments.
I swear to God, I will end you.
There comes her normal accent. That was pretty cool. Alright. And that brings us to time for République. We'll be back in a few minutes with Skyrim. I'm going to go check up on the HVAC situation. So we shouldn't have too much schedule drift today, I hope. Thanks, folks. See you again soon.